試合終了。堂々の5対0、2年ぶりの優勝決定です。フロンターレ、圧倒的な強さを見せつけて2020年シーズンを駆け抜けました。
Hello, and massive greetings to all your football fans out there. I'm Harry Sugiyama, and today I'm accompanied by
Sean Carroll. I'm here with you again, Harry. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellently. Sean, talking about the J-League big news. Kawasaki has made it. The trophy is theirs. I mean, it's been really quite quick for this to happen, hasn't it?
It has been. Like you said, they've made it. It seems like they've been champions for a while now. They've been so far out in front. They finally sealed it. And as you said, it's so quick for the J-League. Usually there's 2 or 3 teams vying right to the end of the season, but they've wrapped it up already, and all we can do is praise them, really.
Yes, indeed. They've been really immense, and we'll be talking about them in detail later on then. Excellent. So here we go. J-League Monthly, kick off. Hello again, and welcome to J-League Monthly. We'll be giving the jewels and beauties of the J-League. I'm Harry Sugiyama, and I'm with the formidable Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello. Thank you again for the wonderful welcome.
Are you getting used to these cheesy introductions, man?
I am. It's a shame that I don't get them more often. It's only once a month. I'd like to have them more regularly. It really perks me up at an evening.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thanks for that, mate. But Kawasaki, seriously, they are strong. It's like almost watching Jubilo Iwata in the early days of the 2000s. Where does this strength, this formidable kind of like spirit come from? How are they so good then?
I think obviously you have to look at the coach. The coach Toro Oniki has got the team playing such a philosophy that every player in the squad knows exactly what kind of football the team is supposed to be playing, what the coach wants of them. And you look at the team, and whichever player is playing, they've got so much strength in depth. People often talk about that in football, but it's so vital for the way this team works. Whichever player is starting, whichever player is coming off the bench, if you look at their team, they've almost got 2 players in every position that are at the same level. And I think that's been so key for them this season.
Totally. I mean, it's difficult to kind of highlight a single player, but who's been your player of Kawasaki who's impressed you the most, or impressed you to a massive extent?
I think, as you said, I was tempted to go with a defensive player just to be a bit different, because I like to be a bit different. But it's hard, I think, this season to look beyond Kaoru Mitoma. He's kind of come in. No one really knew much about him before the season. And often in the J-League, we get talented players come in and make a bit of an impact. But he's gone above that. He's scored a lot of goals. He's made a lot of assists. He looks so confident for a player who's in his first full season as a professional. And I think, he's got a very, very bright future. He's really, really stood out for me.
Sean, let me go with my pick. Like yourself, I like to be different, and I'm going to put my stamp on a defensive player of Yamane. This guy came in from Shonan. He'd never played right back in a back 4, right? He comes in, and my God, the way he links up with the other players like Ienaga going up the flank, and then he kind of overlaps like on the inside lane too. I scored 2 amazing goals in 2 games in a row, and he's been a fascinating player to watch.
Yeah, I completely agree. He was on my short list as well. As you said, he came in from Shonan, and he always stood out there. And Shonan have got a history of producing very good players who've then gone on to achieve bigger things. But you're thinking, looking at Kawasaki, as you said, where's he going to fit into this system? Is he going to be a backup? Is he going to maybe struggle for minutes? But not at all. He came in, set himself as the first choice right back, defensively going forward, been fantastic. So it's very hard to disagree with him being put forward as well.
Yeah, so many reasons, and so much to talk about. How Kawasaki have taken the league by storm this year. Then, excellent. Cheers. Okay, and next up, incredible goals, fantastic plays. This is J-League Power Plays. All right, J-League power plays. First of all, Ayase Ueda for Kashima.
Yeah, this one I think was made by the first touch. If you look, he's taken the defender out of the play and then, just put it away. Beautiful stuff.
You know, Ueda comes under a lot of criticism, especially for his performance for the national side. But this is a jewel in the making. I mean, his finishing, as we can see here, I mean, there's so much bound for massive improvement. What do you think?
Yeah, as you said, he's clearly a natural finisher. Sometimes he struggles a bit, but when he's on form, unplayable.
Definitely. And Patrick, as ever.
Patrick's got to get half a goal for that, surely.
Yes, off you go, lays it up. Nice finish. And then Kazuma Watanabe. I love this touch. Oh, look at that.
Do you reckon he meant it? I'm not so sure. Did he mean it? Did he miscontrol it?
Ooh.
We'll give him it.
Give him the credit. Doubt, man. Yes, Gucci finish once again. The man himself, Iniesta. All right, Sean, what do you think? Did he mean this?
Again, we're going to have to give it to him. It's Iniesta. You can't say he didn't mean it.
Okay, here we go. This is classic Cuenca, just for you. You know, we saw this time and time again when he was in Tosu. You know, there we go.
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Koki Saito. Yes, this is great to watch.
How many times did he beat the defender?
How many times did he ever do that? Yeah. Looking very sharp. And then
this is fantastic, this one.
Yeah.
So unlucky there's not a goal at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders I think he's beaten.
Yes.
And someone just got back. Oh, can't be happy about that. I mean,
he's so unselfish right at the end too. But not a single word of complaint. Oh yes, I love it. This is incredible, this.
Yeah, the first save is good, but it's the second one. And he looks happy with himself, as well he should.
And Everaldo, here we go. Yes, classic Bona.
Yeah, Brazilian strikers.
All the time. But I love this, you know, the way he takes this one down.
Well, he's shown here like two completely different aspects to his play. The Rabona, the kind of more technical thing, and this is just sheer power, getting in behind. And we'll see now his coach was very happy.
Oh, yes. Like a Concorde. Here's another classic one from Hotaru Yamaguchi.
This one's nice because it's just a pass. Yeah, he knows where he wants it to go, and very simple.
Right. Oh, not sure.
This one,
that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say keeper knows as soon as it's left his foot, he knows should be stopping that. But well done to the striker for seeing the space.
Oh, but this is a great first touch.
Yeah, another one where the first touch makes it.
Buries it.
Yeah.
Quality finish. Oh, and this one too. Morishima, Hiroshima.
Oof.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
Just
off the post.
Yeah.
Off the keeper and in.
Beautiful.
We won't want to be watching that one. Yeah. Ricky.
Yeah, this is another striker. You don't want to have him running at you with the ball at his feet. You don't want to give him the time to build up momentum, because when he does, this tends to be the end result.
Great finishing skills. Okay. This one got goal of the month for October.
Yeah.
Oh!
What a finish.
What a beauty.
And I don't know if we're going to see the celebration as well, but he looked very, very happy with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Even his coach smiled, and Lotina doesn't smile that often.
Yeah, I know. Boss doesn't have a gormless expression on his face.
Oh,
man.
Is that corner kick? Yeah. Just such a natural finisher, isn't he?
Totally. Through the legs too.
Got a bit of luck, but deserved it.
Oh, and this is a legend of a game, because, you know, I'm going to use the word legend this time round, Sean, because this guy is. Come on, admit it. Yeah.
No, he is. Yeah, you can't argue with it. He's still going. We're going to have like the monthly Kazu update just to tell everyone he's still going, still playing. He's out there playing against Iniesta. Of all people, who'd have thought that?
To see that work.
And then they won. He came on, and then a few minutes later, so he still brings something, doesn't he? Must be some kind of aura, some kind of magic.
Totally. And it's incredible how his hair looks immaculate all the time.
Yeah, I'm starting to thin out a bit, but he's got a good 20 years on me, and I'm kind of jealous.
Definitely. Oh, the thing at work with Iniesta.
But you saw afterwards, you know, they swapped shirts, they signed each other's shirts. There's a genuine respect there between the two of them, and it's fantastic. You know, football brings up these stories from time to time, and it's great that, you know, these two huge names from different sides of the world can share a football pitch. I think, yeah, everyone's got to enjoy that, surely.
Of course, and I've got to say that the match ended in a rather interesting way, as you said, the winning goal.
Yeah, I think Kazu came on in the 87th minute, and then the winner from I think it was Yasunaga, wasn't it? Came in the 93rd or 94th, something. I think almost the last kick of the game. Snapshot from the edge of the box, and yeah, fantastic. Again, you get the drama of Iniesta and Kazu on the pitch, and you get the added drama of a last-minute winner. Obviously, the fans didn't go too crazy because we're still observing sort of the social distancing and being careful, but as crazy as you can get right now in the J League, the fans went there.
Yeah, definitely want J League fans to relive that bit of euphoria. It's up on the net. Check it out. The match between Kobe and Yokohama FC, and yeah, it will probably spice up an element of your day then. Next up, let's go to player Q&A. We're going to be we're interviewing Nagoya's man, MEIJI Langerak.
Yeah, to be honest, I started because in Australia, I just love the sport. I think in Australia we have many sports we can choose from, and I played everything, but there was something that drew me towards football, and from the first moment I kicked the ball, I just loved it, and it was a passion, and I still have that passion today.
Rugby?
Yeah, obviously as a kid, I played this. I did cricket, swimming. I did all sorts of sports. And rugby was also one of them where I grew up, but as I got a little bit older, it was all football. Yeah, I think growing up, my favorite was Iker Casillas, and also David Beckham. I love these type of guys. Obviously, David Beckham because he's an icon of football, and Iker Casillas because he was a young goalkeeper. And when I was watching, or when I was growing up, I used to watch him and used to love it all, love everything that he did. So yeah, he's probably my favorite. Yeah, I would still be a goalkeeper, I think, because as a goalkeeper, like I said, you have a chance to have a big influence on the game, and you have a chance to make big moments, and maybe everybody thinks you're going to lose or concede a goal, and you can come up with a big save, and it really gives everybody a good boost. So I enjoy being a goalkeeper, and if I could choose again, I would still be a goalkeeper. Yeah, obviously, Iniesta is one of the best players to ever play the game, and he's in Japan playing, so it's always a very big challenge playing against him. But there is obviously, Mitoma at Kawasaki, a very, very good player. Who else? It's probably difficult to name. I think Alunga at Kashiwa Reysol, unbelievable striker, scoring lots of goals. And yeah, honestly, across the league, there's so many players that can cause problems for me. So as a goalkeeper, these are the players I sort of look out for. Yeah, food is probably my favorite. I really like hot soba. This is nice. I like yakiniku, even though I'm not sure this is completely Japanese, but I really love this. Yeah, they're probably my two favorite sort of Japanese foods. My dream is that he's happy, whatever he does. I don't mind what he does. If he, wants to play football and he's happy doing that, that makes me happy. If he wants to do something else and he's happy, then this would make me equally as happy. This would be very cool. I think something like that would be awesome. If he decided to play football professionally, I would do my best to try get him to play for Nagoya Grampus. That would be a dream come true for me. Yeah, honestly, I'm not too sure. It's very difficult to just sort of pick one save. I think, you know, I remember in my first season, 2018, I made a save against Sendai away. It hit the post and then it was sort of going over the line, but I saved it. This was very good. This was an important save for us at that point of the season. Sort of helped us to survive that year. And I think it's very difficult to name some individual saves. Obviously, when I was playing at Dortmund, I had some big saves against Bayern Munich, which were very important, you know, at that time as well. So it's difficult to sort of just pick one. Yeah, no, I just want to keep playing here in Nagoya and keep doing well for the team. Obviously, it will be a dream for us to become J-League champions. That's something that we're focusing on. That's something we want to do, and that's one of my targets as well. To while I'm here playing in Nagoya, I want to become the champion. So that's something I focus on.
Yeah, that was really amazing of him to say. You know, regardless of what his kids do with their future, it'll be amazing. His son played for Nagoya. You know, you can see his love for Nagoya is out there. And just going back to his goalkeeping skills, you know, I remember watching a game. Maybe it was like 1 year back or something. I think it was against Hiroshima, and Kashiwa had this like bullet of a header, right? And I don't know how Mitch did it, but he just manages to stop these shots from point blank range. I mean, his shot stopping skills kind of like reminiscent of like, you know, Peter Schmeichel in his prime with Manchester United and Casper too. He's just an incredible player, isn't he? And definitely leading Nagoya to a possible future success too.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, I think he mentioned as well in the interview that when he was younger in Australia, he played a lot of other sports, and a lot of the other sports, you know, involve using your hands, whether it's rugby or Australian rules or whatever. And I think maybe that enabled him as well to get the idea, you know, obviously you're using your hands for the catching, the blocking, whatever, but the footwork as well being in place for these things. Obviously in Japan, I think youngsters tend to choose one sport when they're younger and kind of focus on that. Yep. But maybe coming from that background where he had more of a kind of diverse range of playing different sports has given him slightly different skills, slightly different abilities. And yeah, as you said, he shows it almost on a weekly basis. And yeah, fantastic player and a lovely guy.
Yeah, definitely. So we have your bits and bobs about Mitch Langerak just now then. But next up, what do we have? We're going to be introducing some legends. This is a J Legends. Zico, one of the gods of football. His inspiration, presence has been of incredible importance for the success of the J-League. Zico first came to Japan roughly 30 years ago. He joined Sumitomo Metal Industries, which became Kashima Antlers eventually. After having retired, he made his comeback aged 38. 2 years after his arrival, and so the J-League begins in 1993. The first match, his magic shook the world. Scores the historical first goal for Kashima Antlers, then another two to make it a hat-trick. His presence leads the club to a triumph for the first stage of the first ever J-League. Next year, he scores several more goals and another one on his final game to put the icing on the cake. He has become a total legend for all football fans in Japan.
Bom, realmente é um momento emocionante na minha vida. Há 3 anos, quando eu vim para cá, vim disposto a dar o melhor, passar toda a minha experiência. E hoje fico orgulhoso de saber que o Kashima é uma realidade mundial. O Japão está de parabéns por ter conseguido chegar onde chegou. E obrigado a todos vocês por tudo que vocês têm feito por mim, pois o Japão jamais será esquecido, principalmente Kashima. ficará para sempre marcada no meu coração. Obrigado a todos vocês.
Even after retirement, Zico continues to help Kashima to excellence. His winning mentality flows in the Kashima blood forever. But don't you find it incredible that even after leaving Kashima as a professional football player, he's continued to support Kashima, like not half-heartedly, but 140-50%, right? With what he's doing, even with his work as technical director right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. When he's often spoken about when he first arrived, he was given the offer and he told them, I think initially, that he would see. He'd already retired from playing. He said he would come and see. I think he said he'd give it 2 or 3 months, see if he felt he could do it as a player, and if not, he wanted to help another way. And then once he decided to give it a shot, he said his main goal initially was to increase the level of professionalism. Obviously, at that point, Japanese football wasn't professional, so he wanted to instill that even as a player that time. He wanted to work on things off the pitch, the way the training ground was organized, the way the team trained, things like diet, all of that stuff. So he obviously always had that kind of sense, even when he was playing. And then I guess, having spent the end of his career here and stuff, also managed the national team, of course. I guess he traveled around the world a bit, worked in a few other countries and couldn't resist the lure of coming back. And as you said, now a technical director, he's still doing the same things. He's making sure he doesn't tread on the feet of the coaches and everyone, but he's overseeing things and he's making sure that those standards that Kashima have reached, obviously most successful club in Japan, he's making sure those standards don't slip, because obviously if you're a coach or a player there and Zico's your boss, you don't want to put in any less than 100%.
Yeah. You've had the opportunity of actually talking to him in person, right?
Yeah, I interviewed him a couple of months ago for a book I'm working on, and yeah, you could tell then that he's really got. I asked him pretty much what you just said. Why take the risk when you've already retired? You're already a legend in Brazil. Why take the risk of coming to a place where there's no professional football? And he said, well, he didn't see it as that. He said there was a football culture here. It wasn't professional yet, but Japan had done well in the Olympics, maybe 20 years previously. And he said he wanted to come and help to help those roots to grow. So yeah, you can see that he's very serious about what he's doing. And yeah, as you said, the fact he's still here now, 30 years after he first came, means that there's definitely a bond that he feels as well. Obviously, fans here, especially Kashima fans, have a bond with him, but I think it's definitely reciprocal.
Yeah. You think about the J League, you think about the history of the J League, you've got to talk about Zico, right?
Yeah, he's up there, as we said before, he's up there with the legends of the world game. If you were to make a list of the top, I don't know, top 10, top 5, top 3, he'd almost certainly be in that. Yeah, an absolute legend of the world game, and for sure, what a figure for the J League. Contributed so much, and as you said, he looks like he's going to keep doing so for the foreseeable future.
Nice one, cheers. Last bit of news for you guys today. Thailand, Bangkok, the J League. Something incredible has happened. Just look at these trains. Well, look at this. Hey, Sean, what do you make of this? Can you see what's going on?
Yes, now I see it. Now we're closer in. Yeah, these are J League players. These players from every team, I guess, right?
Yeah, this is incredible. Like, imagine those young Thai kids out there looking at their heroes, but also seeing Iniesta, and there was Makino a couple of seconds beforehand, but just seeing them on the surface of everyday life. I mean, this is just great for the J League, isn't it?
I think so, yeah, because as you said, you'll get football fans will seek out games or seek these things out, but having it there when they're on their commute, they're going to and from school, they're out and about, going out for dinner, going for a drink, and you see this, it helps to spread the J League. Maybe people that weren't aware, Chanativ, Tiraton, Tirasin, they're here, they're doing well, and as you said, they're there alongside these other players that they would have seen, they would have heard of. And it just shows them that, they're not just that the J League is there and it's available for them to watch, but also that they're, as you said, their heroes, their stars are there making an impact and playing alongside these people.
What do you make of these Thai players who've come into the J League in the last couple of years and succeeding? Like, we've had previous kind of occasions of Asian players going abroad, whether it's Serie A or whether it's other leagues, and not being able to kind of really fit in. But I mean, these Thai guys have really done well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I think that's the key. You know, it's all very well for clubs to sign players in the hope that it's going to build some attention abroad, but these players have come in and it shouldn't be underestimated that how well they've done. Not just have they played at the level where they, you know, Kiriton last year won the league,
Right.
with Marinos. You've got this where they're coming in and they've got a lot of pressure on them. Football in Thailand is huge, so
Right.
when these players come here, they need to deliver. They need to, because they're not just representing themselves or their family, their club they came from. They're representing the whole country. So to play with that amount of pressure on them and achieve results is fantastic, and it will have a knock-on effect in that it's going to show other players, whether it's in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, wherever around Asia, that oh yeah, I can do it. I can go to the J League, which is seen as the best league in Asia. It's, you know, often referred to as the Premier League in Asia, and seeing things like this, where it's gaining more and more attention around the continent, I think it works both ways, and that the J League is gaining in popularity, and players from other leagues around Asia now think that it's possible for them to come here and play.
Excellent. And as you guys, all those J-League fans know, we do have one match every round available for you guys live. So yeah, please do not forget to check that then. Okay, Sean, we're wrapping things up. How was this week? Or not this week? How? I was just about to say, like, you know, I'm seeing you every week. No, that's not the deal. How was today?
Sadly not.
Sadly not. We could make this a weekly thing, you know.
We could do it weekly, even if the J League don't want to. We can have a Zoom every week. We can chat.
Yeah, we can do it on Instagram or YouTube or wherever. You know. How was it today then? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. It's fantastic, and yeah, I no worries about getting it wrong. It's been a very odd year. I can't believe it's already nearly December.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic. The J League games continue to come thick and fast, and yeah, these chats are fantastic. It's great to relive the, you know, it's been a month, but so much has happened because there's so many games. So yeah, fantastic as always talking to you, and hopefully we'll get the chance to do it again. Let's do it.
All right, Sean, it's been good seeing you and good seeing all of you guys out there too then. Cheers, man. Goodbye to you all.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.